Is down 160 points. The Nifty is down about 40 odd points or so. We have Mr. Bibhu Prasad Rath, President and CEO of Ortel Communication, who is joining us on the show right now. Thank you very much. Appreciate you joining us, sir. You know, something clearly has gone very, very wrong with the company. I mean, if I look at the share price, sir, we'll get to the results in a bit. I remember we had first got you on the channel when Kotak, a brokerage, had started covering your company for its clients. You know, the price was about 150 odd rupees or so. I think they still have active coverage. From 150, price is now 35, 36 rupees. Numbers for the last quarter were very weak. In this quarter, there is a loss of about 3 crores. Just tell us what's happening.
Okay, first of all, I would not like to comment on the share price. That I leave to the collective wisdom of the investors. It's for them to decide. But the only thing I would like to point out on the share front that there is active trading happening and there are new buyers who are coming in. Now coming back to what's happening in the company and on the numbers. So if you remember when we spoke quite some time ago, after we went public in March 2015, we started very aggressive expansion on the last mile model. We expanded to new markets in Andhra Pradesh, Telangana and Chhattisgarh more actively. And in FY16 and 17, we spent these 2 years on very aggressive acquisitions. And our customer base grew during this period by 60%. We went from 500,000 customers to 800,000 customers. So what has happened actually, this has thrown integration challenges. So when you acquire LCOs, and we build last mile, we don't partner on a B2B model. We acquire last mile, we rebuild the network, we integrate it to our systems, processes, manpower, etc. It takes quite a bit of time, and that's what we are going through now. So we have taken a little bit of a break from growth, but consolidating and stabilizing the operations during current year. And that's the primary reason why the results has not been good for last few quarters. There are a few other reasons. For example, there has been new entrants into the market, challenging the broadband business, different kind of pricing by the national players. But I would like to summarize in one sentence that FY18 is the year we are focusing on consolidation, stabilization, integration.
Mr. Rath,
financial
fair
numbers
enough.
Will be weak.
Financial numbers in financial 18 will be weak, is what you're saying. How much of a factor has
Yes.
aggressive pricing schemes by players like Jio, etc. been?
It did impact during the period of those 7-8 months when the services were free services were offered. But that's also coming back now that they are pricing it. We see a turnaround happening on the ground, but it did impact.
I think in the last quarter you changed your accounting policy, essentially from estimating provision for doubtful receivables. You used to provide for about 6 months, but now the provisions which you make for doubtful receivables are based on management's best estimates. I mean, this has also in a way shaken the confidence a little bit. Could you tell us what is your best estimate? Yes, go on.
No, not really. You know, starting this year, this Q1, we are for the first time covered under Ind AS. So we continue our old bad debt policy. Now, when it comes to provisions, the Ind AS accounting standard is clear that you have to take certain number of year statistics and make provisions for expected credit loss. So this is as per the Ind AS accounting standard.
Okay. All right, so we're going to leave it on that note. Thanks very much for joining in and speaking with us. So that is the management of Ortel. We need to wrap up on the show with the news that the Nifty has actually picked up a little more of incremental pace. So we're at the high point, 9914, in terms of at least reducing the losses that we've seen. We have to wrap up trading hour on that note. Stay tuned. Halftime report just after a short break.